The name of the Israeli national anthem is Hatikva, which means the hope. The founding of the state of Israel was, as the lyrics of the song tell us, the hope of 2,000 years. Generally in Judaism, hope is considered a critical value. In the Psalms we read, "Hope in the eternal, strengthen yourself. Let your heart take courage and hope in the eternal." Rabbi Jonathan Sacks wrote, "To be a Jew is to be an agent of hope in the world, serially threatened by despair. There is no more challenging vocation. Throughout history, when human beings have sought hope, they have found it in the Jewish story. Judaism is the religion, and Israel the home of hope." Perhaps the most essential story of hope is the narrative of the splitting of the sea. The Israelites were caught between the Egyptian army and the water. There appeared to be no hope. The odds of survival were so bad, we might be reminded of C-3PO saying in The Empire Strikes Back, "Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1. The chances of escaping the Egyptians and not drowning were even worse. But then the sea split. The people could walk through the sea on dry land. Hope appeared when hope was gone." Even with all these stories and teachings, I am wondering how hopeful we are all feeling about the world today at the start of the Jewish year 5783. There are a depressing number of lightning strikes on the horizon, and we can hear the thunder. We know more civil unrest is going to erupt in our country. No sane person should be looking forward to the next presidential election in the United States. Putin is threatening to use a nuclear weapon, and Iran is racing to acquire one of their own. The war in Ukraine will continue. The far right in Israel is set to take over the government, and in David Horowitz's words, they'll hold on to it for a long time. They will want to run Israel like an Orthodox shul, not a democratic country. Glaciers are melting, and the latest report of a mega flood coming to California in the next 20 to 40 years, putting Sacramento and the state's lowlands, where 39 million people reside, underwater, and so on and so on. Under these circumstances, it feels like trying to maintain hope for salvation only makes things worse. No prayer is going to keep a glacier from falling into the sea. Having unrealistic expectations deludes us, keeps us from action, and sets us up for despair. Like Zechariah, we might become prisoners of hope. There is another saying, "An optimist believes this is the best of all possible worlds. The pessimist fears they are right." We need to re-examine what we mean by the word hope. As much as the Jewish people have clung to the story of the splitting of the sea as a paradigm for hope, hope for salvation or rescue will not serve us at this time. No one is coming to save us, and human beings as a species are not going to suddenly learn to cooperate completely in the next decade. Instead, we need to focus on hope as endurance. Today, hope cannot mean everything is going to be okay and will readily solve all these problems. Rather, hope must mean that we will get through this together, that we will have losses, but we will survive. We will be resilient and help each other, and this too shall pass. Dr. Jane Goodall, whose work with chimps in the rainforest is well known, recently co-authored a book called The Book of Hope. If she can find hope while the rainforest is being destroyed, we should pay attention. She has written, "Hope is often misunderstood. people tend to think it is passive, wishful thinking. For her, hope is tied to action. She said, you won't be active unless you hope that your action is going to do some good. So you need hope to get you going, but then by taking action, you generate more hope. It's a circular thing. Douglas Abrams, who interviewed her for the book, explains, Jane's hopefulness, in spite of grim global realities, was focused around four main reasons for hope: the amazing human intellect, the resilience of nature, the power of youth, and the indomitable human spirit. There are many examples of these reasons for hope today. For instance, regarding the human intellect, remember, we were able to use our minds to manufacture and deliver vaccines in record times. Regarding the resilience of nature, we have seen restoration projects work when we invest in them. Dr. Goodall also points to the survivor tree at Ground Zero in New York City that somehow survived the attack on 9/11, as well as the Nagasaki trees that still live today and have become shrines to the community. Nature is waiting to be our partners and bounce back. As for the power of youth, we have been led by our young people in movements like the March for Our Lives. They are already leading us. Finally, as far as the indomitable human spirit goes, Dr. Goodall points to a remarkable story that also reveals we can all do our part. In China, two best friends have planted over 10,000 trees in a place that used to be a wasteland. Here's the thing. One of them is blind and the other has no arms. They work together. They are a team. The person who can see carries the other on his back. They schlep water and plant saplings. These two cheerful men have completely transformed the landscape and their community. Dr. Goodall concludes, we cannot accurately predict what the future might bring. We simply can't. No one can know how it will all turn out. We can conclude that hope for salvation, which is passive wishing to be saved, will do us more harm than good. We cannot sit around and hope reality will be different than what it is. As the Holocaust philosopher Hannah Arendt taught, that kind of hope is really a hindrance. It's the path to passivity, depression, and despair. But hope as endurance, the belief, the conviction that we will get through this together, is what will strengthen and empower us. I believe we need to reinterpret our story of the splitting of the sea. You know, if you go back and actually read the story, and don't just rely on the movie versions, you will find that the sea didn't split all at once. There was no whoosh. The text of the Torah tells us a wind blew all night long, and in the morning the sea was divided. It wasn't fast. It took all night. It took courage and not giving up to reach the dawn. Perhaps this is what Isaiah meant when he commented on the story. He said, "When you pass through the water, I am with you, and through the rivers, they will not overwhelm you." Rather than God saving us, Isaiah presents us with an image of God being with us while we walk. It's almost as if the Israelites were waist deep, wading through the water, putting one foot in front of the other, compelled to keep going. They must have said to themselves, "We will get through this together. It will not be easy, and we will have to adapt, but we will pass through. As long as we can take the next step, God is with us." We need hope, but we need the right kind of hope. We need hope that inspires us to action, an action that then feeds our hope. Our minds, our resilience, our commitment to the next generation, and our indomitable spirits will get us through. We are not going to roll over. Our synagogue and our community are creators of hope in how we feed the hungry, house the homeless, and stand for love of your neighbor. When you pass through the water, I am with you. I'm going to be with you, and you're going to be with me. And God will be with all of us, helping us put one foot in front of the other until we reach the dawn. Shana Tova.